Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is the next in the series of recap videos, and this time we're going to look at once we've got the departure clearance from air traffic control, entering the runway, the process for climbing, safe departing. So just short of runway 22 at Harden. We're going to ideally have the aircraft into the wind if it's safe to do so. Parking brake on. We're going to move the fuel to the fullest tank. Really important that you find out before you're in the air that you've got fuel flow from both tanks. Oil temperature and pressure within limits. Magnetos will be on both. And then we set the RPM to 1,800 and check that your brakes are holding. Carburetor heat. A good tip I found is I've set the gear lever on the Bravo Throttle to activate the carb heat. That's useful for this, but also in the later procedures. Magnetos, we're going to do a left and then a right. Check that the maximum drops are okay on the RPM. Suction within limits. Ammeter, we want to check it's charging, positive reading. Oil temperatures and pressures again within limits, and then this is the only time we set the RPM to idle, and then once we know the engine's running smoothly, reset it to 1,200 RPM to protect the engine. So trim set for takeoff, throttle finger tight, mixture rich, magnetos on, check the masters on, primers locked. Fuel pump on at this point. We don't need flaps. We check the gauges are okay, engine temperatures and pressures still okay. Then we need to just be really careful that the harnesses and the hatches are fastened and secure. Carburetor heat set to cold to avoid dragging anything into the engine from the ground. And then we can check again the controls have got full and free movement. You just keep your knees out of the way for that check. We've got the designator we can call air traffic control. Piper Kilo Sierra Yankee ready for departure.
Piper Kilo Sierra Yankee Windsor light and variable QNH is 1010 cleared for takeoff. Runway 22 squawk 556.
QNH 1010 cleared for takeoff, runway 22 squawking 5566. Piper Kilo Sierra Yankee. As we're ready to enter the runway, we want to set the fuel pump and all the strobes to on and the radio to standby. Once again, if you set that up on your first 3 switches on your Bravo Throttle, it makes it, I think, much more realistic. And then we're ready to move on to the runway. Make sure you reduce the revs before you take the handbrake off, and then we can get onto the runway, and then you want to be onto the runway and taking off once you've been given clearance in as smooth and one movement as you can achieve. Once you get to 60 knots, back pressure on the yoke, and allow the aircraft just to lift off the ground, and then dashboard on the horizon before you trim for the 70 knots climb. You want to stay in line with the runway for a mile or mile and a half, particularly to avoid the noise for the local population. Then we made a left-hand turn. Okay, that's all I've got for you in this video. If you liked it, please like it. Subscribe if you want to be notified when further videos are uploaded, and leave any comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll catch you next time.